Good good afternoon, everyone. This is 413 Sports Talk, and I'm your host, Raheem Escalade. Sitting with me today is a man who is very polished at the quarterback position. He's very efficient with the ball, makes very few mistakes, and can kill you with either the arm or the feet. He is a recent commit to Wnec, and he hails all the way from Towson, Maryland, Mr. Joe Aldredge. Welcome to the show, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Awesome, man. So glad to have you. So glad to have you. Let's start with these questions. You're an extremely talented quarterback, and we know it takes passion and commitment to play at the high level that you do. When did you first start to fall in love with the game?
I fell in love when I started playing in the second grade, but
Yeah.
I didn't actually start playing quarterback like full time until high school. So that's when I really
Okay.
fell in love with playing the quarterback position.
Nice. Awesome. So quarterback is, quarterback is what you want to do then.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing in college.
Right, most definitely. No more of that. No more of that playing on offense and
No,
defense. Man. That's gotta be taxing on the body.
it definitely is. I'm
Um,
glad I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to do it in high school gladly. My coaches wanted
right,
quarterbacks to go one way, but I know a lot of my other teammates, it was pretty taxing on their bodies going both ways.
right. Like I mentioned before, from watching all the tape I could find on you, you play the position very well. Um, what in your opinion were the most meaningful drills or like sets, let's say certain practices that you went to that has helped you, and how have you maintained that?
I think definitely working on my pocket mobility, being able to create space for myself within the pocket, finding windows to throw.
Hmm.
Gladly, I have a long frame being 6'5", so I'm able to find and hit different windows. So I think that's definitely helped. So it's just been working on making sure I can get some couple off platform throws, being able to find windows to get the ball out.
Right. Yeah, it surprises me, man. Your mobility for being that size, it kind of like threw me off because I'm like, before I watched your tape, I'm like, okay, I see the measurables. All right, let's see. And you're running faster than what I saw. Man. That was something that really popped out to me on tape. And especially that arm of yours, man. That release, the release is one of a kind, man. Um, if you were building the ideal quarterback, what characteristics would you choose, and which of those do you embody?
I think definitely leadership is one of the biggest. Being at the quarterback position, you're running the entire offense. It's all
Hmm.
on you. So I think that's definitely the biggest that I try to take control of, knowing that being the best leader I can help lead our team to victory, but also trying to be as smart and efficient as possible with decision making. Being able to make smart decisions in a short amount of time is crucial.
Right, most definitely. Also, forgetting the previous play. That's gotta be a huge one.
Definitely. It's hard sometimes, but just being able to move on, forget what's happening, and try to keep yourself going forward and not taking a couple of steps too far behind.
Most definitely, man. Playing well comes from motivation and inspiration. Any quarterback, current, retired, NCAA, NFL, that has inspired your game?
So I definitely look up to guys like I love watching Peyton Manning, and then
Yeah.
Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers I like to watch a lot. And then
Hmm.
growing up in Baltimore, we had a really good arena football team. So that
Yep.
was their quarterback, who's I'm still a family friend of mine right now.
Nice.
I looked up to growing up. That's why I wear 19.
Yep.
So he's big. He was big and
Awesome,
who
man.
I
I
looked
I,
up
I
to.
noticed that. I'm sorry. I noticed that number 19. I was gonna ask you, man. How did that come about? And
Yeah, because 19, not many people wear 19. I know Baltimore, Johnny Unitas wore it. Nobody really wore it
Yep.
because they unofficially retired it. But just growing up watching arena football in the Baltimore area, their quarterback, EJ Nemeth, he played
Mhm.
at Sacred Heart, wore 19.
Right.
So he was big and who I looked up to.
Most definitely. The last number 19 I remember was was a bit of a diva wide receiver, Keyshawn Johnson for the Jets.
Yeah, definitely had personality with
Oh
it.
man, almost definitely. What is the best piece of advice one of your coaches has given you along your football journey? And if it was something that you learned early on, do you still carry it with you today?
I think like the two that most stick in my mind were from my high school offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, Mike Faithful, played at
Mm-hmm.
UCLA. The two main things he told me were aim small, miss small, and just straight up too many mind, just not
Yeah.
overthinking everything, just being able to relax my mind and process everything.
Right, right, most definitely. If you're cool under pressure, you're not you know what I mean. You're making those passes as the two techniques coming in to throw you on the floor and stuff like that. I like that. You're one of the first. That was like one of the first times I've spoken with a quarterback on the show, and that was one of your main points, and I agree with you, man. That's the basis of it. You know what I mean? That's the key to being successful at the
Yeah,
position.
it's definitely having physical talent, but it's also like mentally, it's such a big step up from every other position. That's such a crucial part of your game.
Right. Most definitely. I got a situational question here for you.
Okay.
Here, yes, here we go. The drive starts out. You're doing a 2-minute drill at the half. You guys are down 14-0. First, there was a run for a negative yard. The following play on second down, you get sacked. And as you're going back into the huddle, it's raining. You know your jersey's covered. What do you say? What do you say to your guys in the huddle after something like that, staring at a third and long in inclement weather?
I think it's just definitely just a calm down and relaxing moment. Take a second just to gather yourselves because I've been in those situations. We've been in those situations before. We practice those situations.
Right.
So we know what we need to do. Just calm, regather ourselves, and stay locked in.
Exactly. Preparation is the cornerstone to success. Most definitely. How do you navigate the COVID-19 pandemic when that hit? As you know, everything stopped. Practices, training, games. How did you make sure there was no drop off, both physically and academically?
Academically, I knew just keep. I know a lot of people lost their sleep schedule. I made sure I kept my sleep schedule, stay on top of my work, because my
Right.
school, unlike most, when they had that first 2 weeks of just kind of doing nothing, my school
Mhm.
stayed on schedule, so we kept having work. So I made sure I stayed on top of everything. Just
Right.
athletically, I think because I didn't have access to any weights, so I'm trying to do as many like different body weight exercise variations as I could, making sure I
Hmm.
was throwing as often as I could. I know definitely through like that was in like the heat of when I was about to take a couple visits that spring that
Right. Right.
started to throw everything off. So I know just kind of staying on top of throwing, making sure I'm getting video of myself so I still have film to put out because I had
Hmm.
some limited game film coming out of high school. So making sure I still have video of me staying up to date throwing so coaches could see how I was improving.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Staying committed. I can't say that I've honestly ever met a lazy quarterback that was successful. And you were anything but. Um, what other sports do you like to play in your free time?
So I mean, just playing around with my friends, I love to play basketball, but I didn't
Oh
end
yeah.
up playing any other sports in high school because I did sports broadcasting. So I did the play-by-play commentary for basketball and lacrosse at my school.
Awesome. Sports
I got-
commentary. You could be a podcaster.
I know I've definitely thought about it. I think I'm going to be doing podcasts with one of my teammates up at Western New England.
Yep. That'd be awesome, man. I would definitely be subscribing to that. What are professional teams that you root for?
So football, I'm a hometown Ravens fan.
Okay.
Grew up
Respect it.
watching a lot of Joe Flacco. Loved watching him. Love watching what Lamar's been doing, changing up how the Ravens ran their offense, but still being pretty effective.
Yep.
No, watching NBA has been a little rough for me. I'm a Knicks fan. So past couple before
Okay.
this year, it was about a rough 7
Yeah, they got spanked last night.
And then started picking up this year. Emmanuel quickly went to the high school down the street from my house. And I
Wow.
played pickup with him a couple of times. So I'm a big fan of him.
Oh crap! That experience must have been something. With the upcoming fall season, what can we expect from Joe Aldredge as his football journey continues?
I mean, I'm just trying to go up and compete, do what I do. I know what I'm able to do, where I'm able to compete at an athletic level. So just being able going up there, moving up the mass, doing my thing.
Most definitely, man. Well, Joe, I appreciate you for coming on board Sports Talk. This was an awesome conversation, and dude, you're welcome back whenever. And dude, from what I see on tape, man, I'm excited, and I just know if you keep working at it, man, we'll be seeing you on Sunday. You definitely got that feel.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on.
Most definitely. Most definitely.